Hey traders from around the world, it's me, your boy, Jeremy Alexander Newsome with RealLifeTrading.com. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Got the SPY here on the board, and not too much going on today other than a solid 1% gainage on the day. If you can see the S-curve, congratulations. You should have made a lot of money off of this move. Here's the S-curve right here. Just a nice simple S-curve right into the moving averages. This was a beautiful pullback, nice little flag pattern right in here. Just fantastic move. And the SPY is doing pretty well. So we have 2 days left in February. The crazy part is if February can, I believe, close higher than the open on the 1st. So 281.07. So we got about 3-4 points to go. If we can get up there in 2 days, February for the SPY will close positive, which is crazy town to think that is even a possibility after what we had of those quick sell-offs. But the whole buy the dip strategy, it's looking real good right now. Long-term moving averages, buy some off the 100, buy some off the 200. SPY going berserk mundo, looking great. Here's the Qs up 1.3%, almost making new all-time highs. It's amazing. Incredible hammer of Thor. Hashtag Chris Hemsworth down here on the 9th of February. And again, what's crazy about this is as of right now, the Qs have had a positive February. You bought at open on February 1st and held until today, you are up, which is wild. The reason I bring that up is because there were 13 months in a row of the SPX or the S&P closing higher month after month. I don't think it's going to happen this month. It could, right? If we have a really strong next 2 days. I think we're going to get close. But regardless, what is a big takeaway is this is the retest, this is the retracement, this right here all last week is that pullback, that gorgeous S-curve by the salsa, by the dip, looking truly delish. Had a lot of requests for today. Thanks for throwing them in. Let's go look at them. Here's ticker symbol SO, Southern Company. Woo-wee! Come on down, man, get some gumbo, shrimp, and grits, man. I got me a killer biscuit, got some maple syrup. Southern Company. Here's the weekly chart on Southern Company, ticker symbol SO, and again you have a very nice hammer candle down here from last week, and it is occurring, near a support level. So here is the support price down around here. I could probably drop that line a little bit actually. I'm trying to freehand draw it. Let me just draw one in here. But ticker symbol SO, support prop right around here, 42. We're getting close to there. Here's the monthly chart on Southern Company, and we did trade down to the 100 simple on a monthly. And as you know, February will be done in 2 days. The monthly chart will be over. So if you're looking at playing Southern Company down here and you're keeping an eye on a bullish trade, I'd have to argue that that makes a lot of sense, especially since you had a very good high wave candle, indecision candle that made a lower low and a lower high on Thursday, and then you got this morning star reversal pattern right there, making a little bit of a higher high and a higher low. I don't personally have any position in Southern Company, but overall it looks pretty decent. Here's ROKU, ticker symbol ROKU, and ROKU, this is exactly what ROKU is about to do. So I drew this on that day when it gapped. Why did I figure that it was going to retest? Well, it's a black candle and it gapped down on earnings. So it's a retest gap, meaning let it trade up, let it retest, and let it roll over. The 100 simple moving average is a baby 100 simple, just got born the other day. It's at about 38.23 right now. So if ROKU can trade down into that price, that's where one would be looking to go bullish, more than likely. But if ROKU starts breaking and closing below that support, it's got a pretty gnarly way to fall on ROKU, and it likely would do pretty much what GoPro and Alibaba and Fitbit did a few months after their IPO. If you want to go back and kind of check that out. Remember, ROKU only IPOing back in October and then more or less running right out the gate about a month after its IPO with this phenomenal bullish gap and go right here on the 9th. So anyway, that's what I think on ROKU. Interested to see what it does with a break or bounce at 37.70. Feel free to keep a close eye on that one. Here is XRP, which I think this is, Willie was asking about Ripple on XRP USD, which if that's the case, that's totally fine. Remember, I do have a cryptocurrency program at Real Life Trading. So for those of you who want to know what Bitcoin is or Ethereum or how to trade them, you can hop over to reallifetrading.com, click on premium and click on cryptocurrencies. It is here, ready and available. If you're wanting it, it's there. Check it out. Really good stuff. So Ripple, XRP USD here on Kraken, beautiful pennant pattern right here. So crypto's working on accumulating after their giant sell-off at the beginning of the year. We're now are working on a potential double bottom of some kind. So if Ripple can get down here and start bouncing, that would be great. This pennant pattern could also break lower, and the best place to probably pick some up at that point would be the 62 cent mark, which is around the 200 simple moving average. Here's the weekly chart, and again, you have this massive, just unreal breakout and in December, quick pullback. I mean, this is a healthy 60% pullback and some change, and this is where a lot of the smart money will start accumulating their Ripple, and give it some time to keep chopping around, right? Buy low, sell high, but this is a good area to at least start accumulating some and trying to determine exactly where we go from here, but I can kind of dig it. Here's WTW, which was requested. Weight Watchers, what an absolute monster this thing has been. And Weight Watchers, just a immaculate trend going from, this is 2017 numbers, right? From March, we went from $12, so a year ago, we went from 12, 13 bucks to $71, cranking out on Weight Watchers. Really substantially strong move. So I'll be very cautious buying up here, at least buying a breakout. I want to buy this one as low as you possibly can since it has already made such a drastic move. It's down a little bit post-market. I think it might be on earnings. It's down to $70 right now. So we'll see what that does tomorrow. But really, if you're looking at buying the dip on Weight Watchers, the 50 makes the most sense to me. And again, after a cataclysmically huge bullish run like that, you don't want to really take breakouts. You want to be patient. You've already missed a strong portion of the move. Buy as low as you can, which in this situation on Weight Watchers looks like the 50 EMA around 62.18. Here's Deere & Company, ticker symbol DE, and this one looks really nice. Had a trader request Deere, and this stock is one of the few that just trade down to its 100 simple, almost got there. Didn't quite hit it, but it did have a very pretty bullish gap and go right here, black candle gapping up. So there's your strong gap signal. And then we actually did make a new all-time high on Deere with earnings. Now, we didn't close above that resistance, but we are one of the few stocks out there since its sell-off to have already made a new all-time high, which you can find those companies. Those are pretty good to be in right now. I like this shave top candle on Friday. I like this Morningstar-esque pattern, and I like the moving averages, how they look right now. So if you're in this particular trade on DE, I would say hold. Here's ticker symbol MU, which was a big money maker for a lot of real life traders the last few weeks. MU is a stock that we follow pretty often, and if you have watched my simple moving average strategy, this is one that still to this day just works brilliantly. Look at this hourly chart on Micron Technology. You had a retest gap action right here, retest gap. It broke above the 50, right about there. Breaks up, pulls back into the moving average once, twice, 3 times. I mean, all this entire time, you'd be looking for bullish trades on Micron. Justin Jeffrey, Drake, Jesse Levan, myself, a few other traders doing really well on MU, just enjoying this bullish move. What's happening at this particular point in time on a weekly chart, important to know, is the weekly, you got a really nice Morningstar reversal pattern. This high wave candle on the week of the 5th of February, it closed above it that very next week, which was a good signal, continued higher, right? So you had that Morningstar reversal pattern, these 3 candles right here, continued higher the next candle, which was great, and then continuing higher today. 47.47 is a very big resistance. Here's the daily chart, and you had a fantastic bullish gap and go on Friday. So realistically, with this close, we probably pull back a little bit on MU. I don't think you've missed it. Let it pull back, buy the dip, and continue the bullish trend. It is your friend right now. and enjoying that move for sure. Mickey D's, aka McDonald's, a little bit of a higher high and a higher low today, gapping up a little bit pre-market right now, which is nice. We mentioned back on the 21st of February, a 2018 bull put spread. February 21st, by the way, almost the exact low of this move on that day right there. So this 156.49, we've talked about this pullback. We've discussed this one. I know my good buddy Seymour is trading McDonald's a lot. Here's the weekly chart, and it just pulled back to the 50 EMA on a weekly. Previous all-time high, right? Old resistance, new support. So we're pulling back. We're going to consolidate in here a little bit, but if you're looking at playing McDonald's, I specifically wouldn't be bearish. Buy low, sell high. It's going to chop around a bit. Asha has a put sale, and I'm expecting McDonald's to slowly churn and burn just a little bit higher. We are above the 200 simple, which is a big deal. 100 simple is at 168.52. So yeah, let it accumulate down here a little bit. We'll probably get one more rotation at some level, something like this, and then this, and then this. But overall, McDonald's, I wouldn't be bearish, at least down here specifically. And last but not least, I had this one requested from a good buddy of mine. Here's IO and Geophysical Oil Corporation. Here's the weekly chart. And the reason we're looking at this one is because it appears that it has broken out of an accumulation phase with pretty good volume. So here's an accumulation, right? You can see giant volume spike down here, which pretty much picked the bottom. That's a big ordeal. And then you start getting some more bullish volume spikes that are greater than the bearish volume spikes. Again, I don't have any position in this particular stock, but it is accumulating. It is breaking above its 100 and 200 simple moving average on a weekly chart. Volume is coming in pretty strongly. Here's the monthly time frame on ticker symbol IO, and there's a long way to go even until the 100 on a monthly. And here's the daily. So if you're looking at this as far as a shorter term trend on an oil related company that is relatively strong, IO looks pretty solid. Folks from around the world, thanks so much for your requests. I appreciate it. It's been great to review, and I hope this was a beneficial stock review. Feel free to throw me some more analysis, as I will be back Wednesday for another free real life stock review. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember, love life, and trade it. You rock.